Visetimai falaro odomaticodestendo omiticora. In a monocoda most distant God to say what comes before everything. And God always is before everything. For in all the ways man was given to know the things that he was given to know, he knew that God existed before everything else existed. In greeting everyone in the tongues that we have given unto you, we taught them that God came before everything. And that is the reason we begin in the tongues that we have given to you, so that the children may know that God comes first. There are several things that you give to them that they are yet to know. For the children have to slowly return back in the true consciousness of God within them. And when they would have reached the stage where they have blossomed in the full consciousness of God in them, they will then fully understand the things that you have given to them that they have yet to know. Everywhere that man went, man created an image of your God that was not your God. And everywhere that man dwells on earth, his image of your God is not your God. And when man did not know your God, he could not know the world in which he lives. That is God. And so man's understanding of this world is always deceivers deceiving deceivers. For no man knows how this earth came into being, nor does any man know how it works in the divine order of its creator. For every man came and found it the way it is. No man asked your God, how is it that this world exists and is able to accommodate everything? Show us some things, hides other things, transforms many things. And the reason that they did not come to ask your God these things is because we didn't give man to ask of us anything. We didn't give any man to ask of us anything. Man does not even know who he is. So he couldn't really know how the earth is. And except he understands the relationship that exists between himself and earth, he's always in the dark. Man is always in the dark. There is no man in this whole of earth who can tell you what is the divine relationship that exists between himself and earth. And so we always show you why it is that we have said to everyone, you have all gone the wrong way. You have gone the wrong way. And you went the wrong way because you did not work in the divine principles that had been given to you. And the children of your God went so far, 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 far away from the divine principles that were with them, that they were never, ever able to rediscover themselves and the way in which they are of the sun and not of the earth. To wait on God is to demonstrate your loyalty, your faithfulness, and your commitment to the truth. You cannot find the truth except you find God. And it doesn't matter what any man thinks or leads anyone to believe. Everyone is in the same boat. Everyone is in the same boat. The story of Noah's Ark is really the story of man and everything else lesser than man being in the same boat. There was no boat that existed that carried everything that is on earth. And God shows man, show me anywhere in the world where you can build a boat and encourage the snakes and the lions and the tigers, all the creatures to come together and to be together in peace and harmony. Show me. And man still foolishly went believing that some boat existed somewhere to prove that what was said existed. And God says, God speaks to man in the many stories. God tells man, same way you tell them the stories that you have written. God is the greatest storyteller. And God taught men to tell stories because stories carry wisdom if you listen and understand it. And everywhere on earth man went believing that God told somebody to build some big boat, that some big flood will come, and they will be the only ones that will be protected on the boat. And they must take all the animals. And all the animals, male and females, will come and dwell in the same boat. Do you understand what God told them? You have reduced yourself to the status of the beast. So you're in the same boat, like all the beasts. You see, when God says to you, tell them, if you know not God, how will you know what God means by the things God says? And no man questioned it. No man says, God, This does not sound right to me. Why would you relegate the beasts to be savage in the fields, to ravage each other, and not to have the comforts like we have? And then at the same time, you say to us, bring them among you. Let them stay in the same place with you. And God say, yeah, God, eyes you not seen. The beasts that you keep in your home sometimes turn around and destroy you. So imagine you being on a boat with all manner of creatures whose predisposition is to destroy. The children of your God are truly lost in a world they do not understand. Everything we have given to you to say to them carries a wisdom from God to them. And because God knew that the children were so far gone in darkness that they couldn't see anymore, God said, look, the only way they're going to come out of this darkness is for you to show them the way. Shine the light. Show them the way. We taught them the sacred secrets of earth. They couldn't remember it. They could not remember anything. And when you said to them, everything that exists outside of you also exists within you, they still don't get it. They still do not get it. You are an embodiment of all that earth is. And if you have feelings, earth too has feelings. If you can think and have ideas, earth is just like you. Because earth is God. And to be made in the image and likeness of God is to be made in the image and likeness of the earth. So you see, you tell her, you don't understand the relationship that exists between you and earth. And every way you mistreat earth, you mistreat yourself. Because God told you, whatever you do, it will come back to you. Whatever you do, it will come back to you. Earth showed them that there were parts of earth where nothing can grow. It is barren. Because earth sent the warning to man that it has the power to deprive man of the things that it had given to them. You must tell them, when men are stranded in the desert, hungry and thirsty, God gives them to see what the desert was before. And they saw it and they ran towards it, and when they got there was nothing there because they said it was a mirage. Yes, it was a reflection to them. And that is what this was before the atrocities of man against earth. You see, no man knows how anything exists, why it exists, what lessons it teaches him, what the messages of earth are to him. That's why God says, you are so stupid. You are so stupid. You vote for men that destroy the earth. because of the madness of the evil that is in them, and proclaim that they are great and they are mighty. And you don't know what you're doing to yourselves. You're destroying the only home you have. You're destroying the only livelihood you have. You're destroying your existence. Everywhere that man lives on this earth, he disrespects the earth. You tell all of them, yeah, going into the belly of the earth, saying they're looking for oil, looking for gold, looking for that. If earth is like you, whatever is found within earth is also what is found within you. And because you know not the way that God works, you don't know what it is that God shows you that is represented in you, because you don't know what the oil in you is, what the gold in you is, what the diamond in you is, what anything in you is. Because you labored with the false perceptions of men, naming what it is they did not create and never knowing what it is that they're talking about. And so when we say to you, you must teach them to know themselves. And when they come to know that everything that they extract from within the earth, they have also extracted from within themselves, and they have come to understand why they have so much suffering, so many diseases, so many illnesses, so many impediments. Why it is that all these things happen to them. Because they do not know the reciprocity in the relationship that exists between themselves and the God that is their earth. Do unto others as you would have others do unto you. Love everything and do good. And none of these maxims given from God to man did man ever contemplate its meaning and the depth of its meaning. What you sow, you will reap. And your harvest is going to be plenteous. And that is why God could have told man that your days on earth will come to an end. It is simple. It is simple. When things begin to decay, they always go all the way. Anything that decays goes all the way. I show man that. When you go beneath the ground, and you go all the way to the bones. You go all the way to the bones. So you see, no secret to what God says. Absolutely nothing that God said that didn't make sense. Let the praises of God be sung in the lands of the children of God, as the holy Armageddon of God takes up force and increases in power. Let the children contemplate the things that we have given unto you to say to them. Let them know that the all-seeing eye of God sees and knows everything. And in all the ways that judgment comes to mankind, God spares no one. Shilini anali amala, oshilakorate kisipirun kukurata. Inimirikara sikirotun an analapalo oshokormakerisi, God says unto you, it is finished. It is finished. No man can stop what God has started. No man can prevent what God has ordained will happen. And so God says to you, tell the children, you must listen. You must listen. For God is never respecter of anyone. When God begins to tidy up this whole of earth, that is also the house of God.